Hi, it's 17th already. Do you believe that? What is that? That means there's 8 more days until Christmas? Boy, I can hardly sit still long enough to read this story, but I'll try. And our story today is how St. Francis told the Christmas story. The Italian sunshine was warm and bright as St. Francis walked in the woods near the village of Greccio. The year was 1223, a long time ago, and the month December. St. Francis moved slowly, head bowed. It's almost here. Il Natale, the birth of Jesus, the season of goodwill. But the people here in Greccio seem to have forgotten Jesus. They constantly hurt each other by their cruel and selfish ways. If only I could help them think about that first Christmas night and about baby Jesus who, when he became a man, went about doing good. St. Francis continued to ponder as he walked. Then he stopped suddenly, a light glowing in his eyes. I know what I can do. And with that, he quickened his steps until he reached the home of his friend Giovanni, to whom he unfolded his plan. Giovanni was enthusiastic too. If you had been in the Greccio woods the next afternoon, you would have seen a procession of Giovanni's servants making their way to the big cave. Some carried boughs of pine and cypress, others lumber and a bale of straw. 2 more brought from Giovanni's stable a manger filled with hay. A neighboring farmer arrived with 3 white cows, sheep, and lambs. Meanwhile, word had spread around the village that St. Francis was inviting everyone to come to the cave that night. And when it grew dark, men, women, and children approached the cave, bearing torches and candles. They didn't have flashlights in those days. Upon entering, they stood transfixed with awe and wonder. There, before their very eyes, they saw the Christmas story. The stable spread with clean straw and the walls covered with sweet-smelling greens. The white cows chewed their cud, and the little gray donkey looked quietly into the hay-filled manger, while sheep and lambs crouched nearby. At the appointed time, a young father and mother came forward and gently laid their sleeping baby in the manger. And when the picture was thus completed, St. Francis stepped from the shadowed corner where he had been standing, and looking into the faces of the hushed and reverent worshippers, he told the Bethlehem story of Mary and Joseph, of the shepherds and the wise men. He spoke not only of baby Jesus, but also of Jesus the man, and implored his listeners to follow Jesus' way of loving kindness. And later that evening, when the villagers left the cave to return to their homes, the winter stars were shining brightly in the dark sky. "See," exclaimed the child, pointing to one star which was especially large and bright, "it's the star of Bethlehem." St. Francis heard that, and his heart sang with joy. He knew that Christmas, the real Christmas, had come that night to the village of Greccio, Italy.